on the road. Little sweaty, guys. Got my little birthday workout in. I hope you guys doing well out there. Let me see if I can maneuver between these 18 wheelers right quick. But yeah, man, birthday day, my birthday, 43 years young. Basically, man, I just wanted to come live and just give you guys some free game right quick. You know, I've been on this hotspot thing. What's up, Bam fan? Bama fan? Been on this hotspot thing and pretty much, man, just trying to show people different ways they can make money. Now, full disclosure, man, one of the things I tell everybody is that yes, you have to be careful and you have to be careful in life, as far as what you invest into. But whenever you're investing into yourself, man, that's never a bad investment. And that's not always monetary. A lot of times you can invest into yourself by doing research. You can invest into yourself by getting a mentor. On my TikTok, I got a video. I do like the series on my TikTok. You guys should follow me on TikTok, taking a bathroom. I do segments called free game when I just give people like free game. Um, that's and one of those segments. I tell people that you probably should buy a life coach or pay for a mentor, somebody to train you. Because what happened is a lot of times we try to be successful. We try to be successful in life, and what happened is that we never traveled that road before, and so we start down that road and we start making mistakes, or it feel like we're not getting ahead when there's clearly shortcuts all the way around us. There's shortcuts as far as like you can get a video course that somebody put out. You can go to a conference that somebody having. You can buy you a coach. You know, someone that has been successful. You can read books, man. You can do research on use Google like that. Whenever you invest into yourself, that there's never going to be a bad investment. I tell people like this: set realistic goals. All right. So let's say your goal is to make $100,000 next year. Let's say you made $30,000 this year. Your goal is to make $100,000 next year. So you start investing into yourself, correct? And you start learning things. You start doing things different. And you made 30 this year. Your goal is 100. But you go through a whole cycle, a whole 12-month cycle. You didn't make 100,000. You made 60. You made 70. Yeah, you fell short of your goal, but you farther along than where you was, and that's the thing people don't understand. I used to always, and some of you that might have that grandpa or have that dad. Like my dad, man, up in age, right? So, when you get older, your knees don't work the way they used to work. And man, I tell you what, parking lot, walking back to a car, and my dad, bro, would bend over to pick up a penny. Been like that my whole life. Bend over to pick up a dime. My whole life, and my elders around in my family would do the same. And I never understood that concept until I started understanding finance. All right. And here's the thing my dad always says that that's one more dime, that's one more penny that I didn't have. And that's how you have to look at this journey, guys, of life. Again, my birthday, I'm 43 years old. My life has been interesting. My life had, yes, save every penny. My life has been interesting, and I've been afforded to have some experiences that a lot of people haven't had in life. And I'm gonna get to like the free gift. The free gift is concerning the hotspot. Um, it's not per se a gift; it's just free game that I kind of promised you guys what I was trying to do for individuals who wanted. Thank you for the birthday wish. For individuals that wanted the hotspot, and basically the information that I had, I couldn't really give it to you because the resellers was going to use it. But I think I have a way to where resellers will not be able to use this method. It's not going to be feasible for them. Okay, so back to what I was saying, man, about my life experience. I've been afforded some life experiences, good and bad. I think I had an interesting life. Um, like my ebook, for example, I was set on fire. I set myself on fire accidentally in 2005. 23% of my body, second to third degree burns. My whole face was burnt off. I literally didn't have a face. Um, I want to say what it was in 2000. I want to say 2000, 2001. I was wrongly arrested, falsely accused of 3 felonies. I spent a year in the court system, man, fighting for my freedom. Louisiana had what they call a habitual offenders law. So basically, I literally was fighting for my life, guys. Uh, I've been homeless. Uh, like I just have like a lot of interesting life experiences, man. And as I reflect on 43 years of where I came from and where I'm at now, I can truly say if I can do it, anyone can do it, man. And I know that sounds cliche, but that's like 110%, in my soul. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And so basically, my gift to you is to inspire you and to encourage you to seek out to better yourself. I'm not where I want to be, but man, I'm so far, from where I come from. And again, those days when I didn't have a place to live, those days when I was sleeping on the floor in the jailhouse because that was overcrowded, right? Those days when I was in schools and the teachers said I would never be anything, family members talking about you, um, you know, my first wife literally left me and my 3 sons. Like my youngest son was 5, my oldest was 9 when she left. Uh, basically becoming a single father at a young age, raising my 3 boys 4 years by myself before I met my current wife. Like in those moments, man, it felt like it was over for me. In those moments, it felt like, you know, I wasn't going to ever amount to anything. I wasn't going to be anybody. You know, I just can't stress enough is that life is made up of moments, and I think Jay Prince said this. He said every day you get 2 things, man. You get an opportunity and you get a choice. Every day you get a chance and you get a choice. So some of you out there might be going through. Some of you guys watch my videos for tech stuff. Some of you guys watch my videos to save money on IPTV, and some of you guys watch my videos, my students that's really serious about getting ahead in life, and you buy my video courses and you implement things, and some of you might that you just want to make money, and I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's to just making money. It's about that moment that you in. Like any moment can be turned around. Any moment could be turned around. And I don't think enough people out there realize how hard life is for some people. A lot of people don't realize, like they say, all right, Tech, you a preacher. I never seen a preacher joke the way you joke. I never seen a preacher clown the way you clown. Well, most preachers never been in shootouts. Most preachers never lived a life where they had bullets flying past their ears. I tell people this all the time, bro. Like I've been on both sides of the gun. I've been the one pulling the trigger, and I've been the one ducking from the bullets. You know, like your life experience makes you who you are. But going back to those moments, you can choose to change those moments. You can stay right in that moment. Like for example, when I was arrested. I could have stayed right in that moment, right? And charged me with 3 felonies, tried to get me life in jail. Um, I could have stayed in that moment and said, you know what? I hate every police. I could have stayed in that moment and said, you know what? This is not fair. They're doing this to me. I could have stayed in that moment. And did I have those thoughts? Yes. I'm not saying I was an angel, but the things they accused me of, I didn't do. And it was literally trying to throw my life away. I'm just reflecting on my life, guys. Birthday. They literally trying to throw my life away, man. I could have stayed at that moment, man. But over time and over the years, I decided to work in my community. I decided to work to better. Thank you, for the birthday wishes. I decided to better my community that I lived in. And you fast forward, the same police department that I used to run from, the same police department that arrested me and booked me, it's the same police department that I now proudly serve as the chaplain. And the chaplain is basically the spiritual advisor to the police force. So if a police officer have a problem at home, or a problem in his life, they can come to me. I can counsel them, pray with them, and stuff like that. If someone die in the community, the police department see fit, they call me out to do death notifications. Like, I could have stayed in that moment when I was younger and just say I hate police, but I chose to grow from that. And growing from that, the benefits is that I get to serve my community. That's the point I'm making, man. Take advantage of your moments. Take advantage of your moments in your life. When my first wife left, she left on Mother's Day. Man, I got up, got my sons, my three sons. I dressed them because they was young. I dressed them, and we went to church that same day. In that moment, I could have stayed in the bed and cried. In that moment, I could have said, why this happening to me, but I didn't, man. And my three sons, guess what? One of them is have one semester left in school for computer engineering. One of them went to school for computer technology. He's taking a semester off. Um, I got one that's a senior in high school. None of them have an arrest record. None of them never been in trouble. Never got in a fight. So I think I did pretty well for my sons. Now, do they have typical young adult problems? Yeah, but I think I did pretty well with the hand that I was dealt. Again, man, just just looking back over my life, is that there was some moments I could have given up. I had just came back. If you guys ever got my ebook, I had just came back from Washington D.C. Did a rally, a healthcare rally, around 2005, and we was having a church fair. And boom, I go to the church, and I was over the men group at the church, and I was trying to get them to clean up, and we had to cut some branches down so the 18 wheelers can get the rides in the back. And long story short, cut the branches down, try to set it on fire. Boom, it blew up. The power blew up on me. So within 24 hours of coming from DC, I was in the burn unit. 23% of my face burnt off. I could have stayed. I mean, 23% of my body were burned, second and third degree burns, and my whole face burnt off. I could have stayed in that moment and said, why me? But I chose to grow from it. And what did I do? I wrote. I wrote about the experience as I recovered. It was therapy. And then I monetized that experience. Your life is composed of moments. Don't let the things you go through be for nothing, man. Don't let the things you go through be for nothing. If if there's a lesson learned, you know, find out how you can help someone. You can choose not to monetize it. I get speaking engagements. I go do motivational speaking and stuff like that. Um, Everything you learn in life, you can use it to help somebody else. But don't be that person. Don't be that person to say, you know what? This is a scam. Everything is not a scam, man. Everything is not a scam. Sometimes my faith tradition teaches me this. I'm a Christian. My faith tradition teaches me that you have to walk by faith, meaning that you got to take steps towards something that you can't see. And guess what? Everything I learned in business, everything that I learned in marketing, everything that I learned in the nonprofit world and the for-profit world, all of that, what I'm saying is what we call a concept. A concept is basically speaking something into existence, right? Basically having an idea that no one else have, that no one else can't see, and making it become a reality. So you work towards what you can't see, right? In the book of Habakkuk, I don't want to preach to y'all, say, write it down, make the vision plain, write it down so the young people can run with it, right? So literally, you can plan out a concept in your life. You can put it down on paper, or you can etch it in your heart, and you can work towards those things. And then you can come from sleeping on the floor in the jailhouse, right? You could come from, um, you know, your wife leaving you. You could come from being in the burnt unit with 23% of your body burnt up, second and third degree burns. You can come from all of those things, right? And then be in a position to where you literally traveling around the country. You literally, um, you know, writing grants to better the community, sitting at the table with individuals to change your state, to change and help pass federal laws. Like where I come from, man, where I come from and where I'm at now, it's been a long road. And when I share my story and when I do speaking engagements, people look at me in awe. And I tell people, like, I'm not unique. There's people with, I'm not gonna use the term better stories, but there's people that have had more life experiences than I have had. They just choose not to share it, or they don't know how to share those life experiences. And what happens is that when we don't have the capacity to share that knowledge, to pass that knowledge on, to help somebody, to keep other people from making the same mistakes that we make, then it becomes a circle. Like old folks say, generational curses. It becomes a circles of people keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's why our communities look the way that they look. That's why a lot of our communities don't get better. And when I say communities, I'm not talking about your neighborhood. I live in a good neighborhood, right? But in my town, there's a segment of my town that's impoverished. That's all over the country. That's all over the world. Trust me, I have traveled it. I have seen it, right? In my opinion, if you can help a person to get out of a situation, then yeah, you reap what you sow. If you can help a person get out of a situation, then to me, you are contributing to society. I know I'm on a rant, guys. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get to it. When I die, right? When I die, I just don't want to be another funeral. That's me personally. When I die, I don't want to be another funeral. When I leave this earth, man, I want to know whenever my maker call me home, I want to know that I contribute to society. I want to know that the life I live, the experiences that I have, good and bad, help someone better themselves, help keep someone from making the same mistakes. And that's why mentorship is so important. Man, if you out there, you watching me right now, you watching me live, or you watching me on the playback, I challenge you to mentor somebody. It don't just have to be a young person. It can be somebody your age. It can be somebody older than you. A lot of us are streamers and card cutters. It can be an older person. I challenge you to mentor somebody, to share the knowledge that you have with them. Because at the end of the day, as I reflect on my 43 years, at the end of the day, if we're not helping anyone, then what are we doing? And we're not helping anyone, then what are we doing? Why are we here? So, all right, guys. So all right. Here's the free game. Here's the free game. Now it's gonna require you to do a little work, okay? But this is something that I've been testing. And again, I want to stress test because I tell you guys a lot of times is that I try to test things out for several months. So it's not gonna work for resellers. If you're a reseller, are you an individual and you want to get details, the multiple methods of how you can use a hotspot to get unlimited data, look in the description of the video. If you somebody that want to know, all right, tech, you talking about, how you got from where you was to where you at now, right, and able to make, 6 figures a year. I have a video course on, exactly how you can make 6 figures a year too. That's in the description of the video. But if you are an individual, you can go to eBay. All right. It's very important. Go to eBay. All right. It's not going to be this router, but you go to eBay and you can look up unlock hotspots. All right. Unlock hotspots. You look up that unlock hotspot, make sure it's compatible with, whatever service you have, AT&T, T-Mobile, or whatever. Okay. Or whatever service you're going to get, because this requires you to get a service. Now, the reason why this is not for resale is because it's not financially, um, you know, financially it won't make sense for resellers to do this. Okay, individuals, go to AT&T and get you a plan with unlimited data. All right, a cell phone plan, unlimited data. Or you can go to T-Mobile and get unlimited data, whatever towers you have in your area. Go to eBay, look for unlock hotspots, and make sure that it's compatible with whatever plan you have. Now, make sure that hotspot allows you to change the TTL. If it allows you to change the TTL, that usually means that the hotspot is open. What I mean open, meaning what I showed you guys yesterday in the live, you can change like a lot of the you can change like a lot of the internals, the bands and stuff like that. And it usually means that you can trick the towers. Okay, you get that hotspot. It can be any hotspot as long as that hotspot meet those parameters. All right. I prefer hotspots that have antennas, at least 4 antennas. All right. Um, get one of those hotspots. Take that SIM card that you just got, that phone plan, put it in that hotspot because it's unlocked and it has the software that allows you to change the TTL. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, when you go to buy from the seller, before you buy, just message whatever seller and say, hey, can I change the TTL in this hotspot? Do this hotspot have software that allows me to change the TTL? Put that SIM card into the hotspot. And let's say that plan is $60 a month. Let's say that plan is $90 a month. You now have high speed internet for the hotspot. Now, me, I have a couple of phone lines. Okay, I've been testing it, and this hotspot right here, and this router right here, I've been testing it. Okay, I have what you call, one of the lines I have is what you call a first net line. It's for first responders. All right. So I'm testing it up in there. I have it there the whole month. Now here's the thing with that. If you had the tablet method, thank you for the birthday wishes. If you have the tablet method and you was getting shot down when you changed the IME and all of that, the hotspots that allows you to change the TTL is going to trick the towers, okay? And by you having a regular phone SIM card with unlimited data, by you having that SIM card, right? By you having that SIM card, it's going to give you priority on the tower. So this is how the towers work. No, you don't get throttle, but this is how the towers work. When we had the AT&T method with the tablets, all right, the towers go to first responders. I'm talking about a congested tower. First responders get priority. AT&T have a contract with the government. They get priority on that on the towers. Then it's paid customers, right? Postpaid customers, all right. Then it's prepaid customers. So prepaid customers will fall on the lines to people who buy minutes and the tablet plans and hotspots. All right. By having that SIM card, Having that SIM card, that regular SIM card, what you're going to do is get priority on the tower past the tablet plan or past the regular hotspot plan. So you're going to be right underneath the first responders, which means you're going to get a stronger signal and theoretically faster speeds. This can't work for resellers because I just threw out the number like $60 or whatever. It just depends on the plan, how much the plan is from the provider you're getting it from. Because as a reseller, you don't want to be selling anything. You don't want to be buying anything for $70, $80. Then when you resell it, man, if you're looking to get 14%, 20%, or 50% return, it just would be too high. It'll be too high. So my hotspots, I sell them for $120 a month. Now, what the $120 a month give you is I package my hotspots, my internet, with an IPTV service. So you get an IPTV service and you get an internet for $120 a month. The people that I target in these rural areas, they paying $180, $200 for basically dial-up internet. That's not cable or whatever. So my customers is going to buy that. But if you are an individual, I tell you what, before you even get a plan, I tell you what, whatever carrier you have, go to eBay, get one of those hotspots that I'm telling you about. Just make sure that you're able to change the TTL. If you don't know what that is, just message the seller. Say, hey, do this hotspot have do this hotspot have software that allows you to change the TTL? All right. You get a hotspot, take your current service SIM card and put it in there. See if it works. If it don't work, return that hotspot to the seller. All right. Simple, easy as that. Most of them have 30-day money back guarantee. If they don't have that, then don't do it. I recommend that you do PayPal, and that's why you message them. If you ever have to dispute it, you got your chain, your message chain. Say, hey, he told me that it has a certain software in here. I got it. Don't have the software. You get your money back. Don't pay more than $100 for it. Don't pay more than $100 for it. What's up, Tanner? So lit. Don't pay more than $100 for that hotspot, man. So there you have it, man. That's my gift to you. That free game to you. Now, if you are a reseller, guys, I got 7 modules in my video course that's gonna show you different methods. It's more than one method. It's more than one provider that we talk about in that video course. So the last thing I want to leave you guys with today, I know I've been reminiscing and stuff like that. The last thing I want to leave you guys with today is investments. My 43 years, man, I didn't think investments was important. I told you guys about 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, whenever thank you, Bama fan, 2 or 3 years ago, whenever I do a New Year's show. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother, for the super chat. Every New Year's I do a show saying where I want to go, where I want to bring the channel. 2 or 3 years ago, we talked about velocity banking. I don't know if you guys remember that. So that's when I started this journey about learning about finance. Okay. If you don't know what velocity banking is basically building up your credit, um, getting the bank money, getting credit cards to where you basically become your own bank. What I mean by you become your own bank, you start financing your own adventures. Here's an example. I mentioned this in the lives before. Here's an example. My wife and I had divorced, like I told you. Uh, my current wife, she was divorced and I was divorced. Okay. When we got together, man, only thing we had was love, love and a lot of debt. All right. So my wife, she's a nurse, so she had like a bunch of student loans and stuff. And during her divorce, it was a hard divorce. Her divorce, a hard divorce. Some repossessions and stuff like that. And we had pulled her credit score, and she didn't have a score. That's how low her credit was. So when I started learning about the financial stuff and how important credit was and how to repair credit and stuff like that, which is the first module in the course Six Figure Journeys course, how to make six figures. The first module, man, deals with credit, how to repair your credit, how you can repair other people's credit, how you can basically start a business repairing other people's credit, right? How you can leverage your credit, how you can sell your credit. Like there's so many things you can do with just credit. So my wife's credit was just it was gone. My credit wasn't that good either. Okay, so the first thing I did personally years ago before I bought my first home or my current home that I'm living in, uh, the first thing that I did was I needed to get my credit score up to get an FHA loan, and rural development loan and all of that. I needed to get my score up. So the first thing I did was I got what they call a secure credit card. And when I got a secure credit card, it boosted my score. And at the time, back then, you just needed like a 580 to qualify. So that was my first experience with a credit card. And that was years ago, and I didn't really understand the concept. I just know, hey, I'm gonna get this to boost my score. So fast forward years past, I'm going down the rabbit hole again. Y'all know me. Having that in mind that you can boost your credit score, and I started this journey of learning about Velocity Bank and how you could become your own bank and stuff like that. Get into bank money, right? To make investments. What I did was I started applying for credit cards. Okay. I started putting my wife as an authorized user on my credit cards. Okay. And then I started getting loans. Now, my credit wasn't great, so the loans that I got was high interest loans. Okay, so I paid them off. Don't go get $5,000 and got to pay it off for 3 years, man. Get you something like about $1,000, right? Something that you can pay off in 6 months or whatever. I tell people have the money, right? Have the money. Save up 500, save up $1,000, all right, and then go get a loan for that. You save up $500, okay? You save up $500. You go get a loan for $500. You're probably gonna pay back $600. All right, okay. $100. You got bad credit, probably more. $200, $700. You paying back. You paying that $200 is an investment that you're making in yourself. After you pay off that loan, don't just go get it and then pay it off the next month. Make 3 months worth of payments. I tell people this method, 90 days and get your credit score up. So I started doing little things like that. Within a period of 3 months, my wife went from not having a credit score to now she's at like a 720. I just got her first credit card in her own name, $10,000 reserve, Chase, Safari card, I believe, Sapphire card, reserve Sapphire card from Chase. That's her first credit card in her own name. $10,000. She's over 720 now. It took about 3 months. Now, here's the beautiful part about it. Most of you got a bank account. Where do you keep your money at? In the bank. What you think the bank is doing with your money? The bank is taking your money and it's giving it to me so I can buy hotspots. It's giving it to me so I can buy phone plans. They're giving me that money so I can test out stuff. It's giving me that money. The card I used to fix my credit was the Capital One secure card. Yep. Hey, people sleep on secure credit cards, man. They sleep on secure credit cards. I would tell people this here. Navy Federal, all right, Navy Federal. If you serve or you know someone that serves in any branch of the military, try to open up an account with Navy Federal. Navy Federal don't necessarily use your credit score. This is what they use. They use their relationship with you. So if you're making direct deposits and you're depositing money and you got a saving account and a checking account with Navy Federal, they look at that. So let's say you get a Navy Federal account and you know you're making deposits, you got direct deposits. Apply for one of their secure credit cards. This process 3 months. The first month when they were federal, you can't basically do anything. You basically can't do anything. All right. The second month when they were federal, apply for a secure card. Don't get a $300 secure card. Man, invest in yourself. $500, $1,000, get a secure credit card. What you gonna do with that secure credit card when it come in? This month number 2. I'm giving you guys free game. This month number 2. What you gonna do with that secure credit card? You're gonna buy gas. You're gonna buy gas. You're gonna go to the gas station. Let's say you got $500 credit limit. You're gonna put $30. Your credit utilization, meaning how much credit you use, you don't want to be past 10%, right? They say 30%, keep your utilization under 30, but you want to keep it as low as possible. You're gonna buy gas, $30. You already had to put gas in the vehicle. You should already had the money for the gas in your bank already. Use that card to buy gas. 2 days later, when that $30 hit that card, pay it. Repeat that process next week. $30. You want to use that card a minimum, this is just me saying this, a minimum of 7 to 8 times in that cycle before it reports. But you want to make sure that you pay it. You want to make sure that you pay it before it reports. So let's say your statement day. This is important, knowing your statement day. Make sure your statement day is accountable for. So if my statement day is the 28th, I want to make sure that I got everything on that card paid for by the 19th. So when it reports a zero balance. You don't want to carry a balance. Like some of y'all just play the minimum balance on the credit card. I recommend you don't do that. All right. So what you need to do is you pay that off. Month number 2, the first month, free ride. Hey, look, you just got introduced to them. You with Navy Federal, you can't even do mobile deposit for the first month, right? The second month, apply for a secure credit card. Use that card at least 8 to 10 times. Make sure that statement is paid for. Now watch it now, because sometimes they don't allow you to make multiple payments. Some credit cards don't allow you to make multiple payments. So they might say you only can pay 3 times in a month. That's why your statement is important. Making sure that your statement is important, knowing your statement day, that you pay it before your statement day. So here come month number 3. Month number 3, I've been making deposits. Direct deposits is good with Navy Federal. I've been making deposits, right? I've been using my credit card, all right? Now I'm going to apply for a loan. Or I'm going to apply for another loan. I'm going to apply for a credit card, okay? They got 3 tiers of credit cards. Apply for the middle tier. You can have bad credit. What they're going to look at in month 3, and I would do it like after 3 months. So I would do like the first month introductory, the second month using my card. I would go into the end of the 3rd month, right? I would use my card probably 3 times that 3rd month, again paid before my statement. At the end of the 3rd month, I'm going to apply for a credit card. Man, 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you $15,000, $10,000 credit limit, and you can have bad credit, man. I see this happen over and over again because Navy Federal, what they do is they look at the relationship you have with the bank. That's free game, man. Another thing, what I was saying before I got on the Navy Federal tip is that whenever you have access to other people capital, that's what I call it, other people capital, because y'all put y'all money in the bank and the bank take y'all money and they lend it to people like me and I make investments. Whenever you have access to other people capital, you like, I don't know how to explain this, man, without offending some people, because I don't want people to think that this is easy, but it's not hard. I'm gonna say it again. I don't want people to think that this is easy, but it's not hard. The only thing you got to do is exactly what I did. I paid for courses, I paid for documentations, I paid for literature, right? And I learned this stuff, right? And then I put my own experience. Then I went through it and I got my own experience out of it, and I put together a video course of step by step of how I did it and how you can do it, right? Okay. When you have access to this capital, it changes your life. It changes your life, because guess what? Now, if you got a $10,000 credit card, if you got a $25,000 credit card, you got your regular job or you got your regular source of income, that money coming in. I'm paying all of my bills with my credit card. Before my statement day come, I'm going to pay that credit card off, that bill off, with the money that I was already going to pay my bills from. All right. Because I have these cards, I get to pick and choose because my credit is not good. Because I won't. That 2% cash back, those perks, you know, clothes, food, hotels. You literally got like literally you're getting paid. The credit card companies is paying you to spend other people's money. I'm gonna say it again. They literally giving you perks to spend other people's money. You already had to pay your house note. You already had to buy groceries. You already had to get gas. You already had that money in the bank. So why not use your card to pay those bills? Then take that money out the bank before the statement day and pay that when you don't have to pay any interest on it, right? And then get those perks, get those percentage and that cash back or those frequent flyer miles and stuff like that. Like it's going to change your life. And it's not a year process. It's not a 2-year process for most people. For most people, your life can change within 3 months. You can have a credit score of 480. Your life can change in 3 months, man. I'm telling y'all that, man. I'm telling y'all. But man, that's all, man. You know, free game. Go ahead, check out the hotspot method, man. Go ahead if you're looking to better your life. Look in the description of this video. I have the 6-figure course. If you're a reseller, you want to know how to sell on the internet, I have the video course in the description of the video. Or just do your own research. One thing you can't do, you can't go through a whole another year, a whole calendar year, 12 months. You can't go through it doing the same thing when there's opportunities for you. Again, I'm gonna leave you with the words of Jay Prince. You wake up in the morning, you got a chance and a choice. You got a chance and a choice. It's your boy taking it back until next time. Peace. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes, man. That's just my little rant, man. I came a long way in life. You know, a lot of opportunities that I missed out on. It wasn't until I made up my mind to better myself, to better my family, to where things started getting better. You can make the same choice today. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the description of the video, guys.